question 10 was a constructions question. It asked you to use compasses, so if you did not use a pair of compasses, you would have not gained all the marks. As you can see, I've already marked 8 centimetres on my line on the fence. You then, because it's got 60-degree angles, it's an equilateral triangle. So if you extend the compass to the exact length of the original line on the triangle, then draw an arc, and everywhere on that arc must be 80 metres away from that point, or 8 centimetres. Make sure it's in the right place. So if I draw an arc, and there we go. Everywhere on that arc is 8 centimetres away from one point. Then bring it across to the other side. And then I extend again to make it the whole length, the whole 8 centimetres, and draw an arc. Then where those arcs meet, I'm going to form an equilateral triangle. There we go. 8 by 8 by 8 equilateral triangle. And then part B, want the shortest line between the mast and the fence. So what that is a line like this. So to construct, so you need to do a perpendicular bisector of the original line to create that line. So perpendicular bisector, we can keep the compass in the same place. We need to also do an arc down at the bottom. Again, I'll come over to the other side. Flip it round. Do an arc. So now I'm perpendicular bisecting that original line. So I would draw the line similar to the red line I've just drawn. That is the exact perpendicular bisector. And that bisects the line. Then all we've got to do in part C is measure that distance. So if you get your ruler out, you will find that it is approximately 69 metres. You should get that distance from the mast to the fence. Question 11, right angle triangle question, but you don't know this one of the sides, so we've got to use Pythagoras. I'll call this side y. So y squared plus 3 squared must equal 5 squared according to Pythagoras. So y squared will be 5 squared, subtract 3 squared, means y squared will be 25, subtract 9, which is 16. So y is 4. So now I've established that y is 4. Then the perimeter of the triangle must be 5 add 3 add 4. Which is 12 centimetres. So the perimeter of the rectangle must also be 12 centimetres. To find the perimeter of the rectangle, you do 1 add x equals 12. So 2x must equal 10. So x is 5 centimetres. This question here, lots of ratio and percentage work. So we've got 4 different types of fish in the lake. So 1/6 of them are green. So 1/6 of 600 is 100. So 1/6 of 600 equals 100. That's how many green you've got. 30% are tench. So 30% of 600, find 10%, and then times it by 3. So 10% is 60 times it by 3, you get 180. You've got 180 tench. So that leaves, take 280 away from 600, That means 320 of hertz or torque. And then the ratio 5 to 3. If you add together the two parts of the ratio, there's 8 total parts of that ratio. So 320 divided by 8 will give us one part of that ratio, which is 40. And hertz is 5 parts of that ratio. So 40 times 5 equals 200 hertz. It's an important question to make your working out clear, because there's lots of method marks here, even if you didn't get the 200 hertz. Similarly, on this question, even get the answer, there's marks for expanded brackets correctly, for example. So, first bit, expanded brackets, we've got 3 times x squared plus 3 times 2x plus 3 times 1 plus the 4x, which doesn't disappear, must equal 3x squared plus x plus 11. If I then subtract 3x squared from both sides, then I get 6x plus 3 plus 4x equals x plus 11. So I can simplify the left hand side to get 10x plus 3 equals x plus 11. But then subtract x from both sides, I get 9x equals 9x plus 3 equals 11. And then if I subtract the 3, I get 9x equals 8. So x must be 8 9. And finally, the fact not to try to put those decimal fractions is more accurate than leaving it as a recurring decimal. Here we've got a fractions question. That's a divide sign, if you can't quite tell that sign in the middle. So before you do any multiplication or division of fractions, you need to turn the fractions into improper fractions. So what we've actually got is 11 quarters divided by 6 fifths. There's a mark which will correctly turn them both into improper fractions. When we divide fractions, what we actually do is multiply by the reciprocal. So dividing by 6 fifths is the same as times them by 5 over 6. So that's going to equal numerator times numerator is 55. Denominator times denominator is 24. You'll find to leave it as 55 over 24, you've got all the marks. You may have also simplified it to 2 and 7/24. 15, similar triangles to doing a ratio. You can see straight away that from this triangle and this triangle, the scale factor must be 2. Times by 2 to go that way, divided by 2 to go the other way. So therefore x is 10 divided by 2, which is 5 centimetres. And the next one, y, if we've got a 5 here, then the scale factor must be times and by 3. So to get y, we do 3 times by 3. So y is 3 times by 3, which is 9 centimetres. 16, this confused a lot of people. The service charge has already been included in the bill. It's not something we're going to add on, it's already been included. So that £132 includes the 10% service charge. So that means £133 is 110% of what you got of the actual bill. So we've got to work out what 10% was. So 110% is £133, and 10% is 132 divided by 11, which is £12. And that makes sense. 120. If you had a £120 bill, 10% of 120 is 12. Add that on, you get £133. So that's what happens. Last question, area of a floor, it's a rectangular floor, so all we're doing is multiplying together two fractions. So it's 1/3 times 3.5. Then just like the division one we did, convert them to improper fractions. and then do numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. And that simplifies down to 14 thirds, which would have got you all the marks. We could have also put it as 4 and 2 thirds. So the last question, simultaneous equations, you had to work it out properly, not just plug in some numbers and see if they work. The problem we've got is we don't have the same amount of x's or the same amount of y's in our equation at the beginning. What I'll do to make the y's the same, I'll multiply equation 1 by 2 and equation 1 by 3, sorry, and equation 2 by 3. So, equation 1 times by 3, you get 15x plus 6y equals 3. And if you times equation 2 by 2, you get 4x minus 6y equals 16. You could have also done equation 1 multiplied by 2 and equation 2 multiplied by 5 to get the x's the same. I've chosen to get the y's the same. So I call that equation 3 and that one equation 4, even though we just leave it in versions 1 and 2. I'll add those two together to get rid of the y's, because we've got positive 6y and negative 6y. I'll get that 19x equals 19. So x must equal what? That's 1. If we then put that answer into, say, equation 1, then I get, instead of writing 5x, I can write that as 5. 5 plus 2y must equal 1. So 2y must equal negative 4, which means y must equal negative 2. And you can check that in the second equation. Does 2 times 1, subtract 3 times negative 2 equal 8. Yes, it does. So y must be negative 2. And x must be 1.